Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ringside Cinema. My name is Money Mike, and it is officially Summerslam week here on this channel, as I have a week's worth of content leading up to Saturday, which will be my third live stream of the week, as I will be live streaming SummerSlam. I will be live streaming the SmackDown before SummerSlam on Friday night, and my first live stream of the week will be tomorrow for NXT Great American Bash, which I am calling the We Believe NXT live stream in honor of Joe Hendry's first live concert in NXT. So hit that like and subscribe button right now, as will join me for a full week of content right here at Ringside Cinema. Now, today we are going to be looking at main event Jey Uso, hence why I call today Main Event Monday, because should Jey Uso go back to the Bloodline storyline? Or is he too over for the Bloodline storyline? That's what I want to talk about today. So, let's dive into it. I was there last year at SummerSlam in Detroit when Jey Uso fought Roman Reigns. And the amount of character work, the amount of work that WWE has put into Jey Uso as a singles competitor, as main event Jey Uso, has been tremendous. It's one of those things where, we've for so long seen Jey Uso as just a tag team guy. And over this past year, we've finally been able to see Jey Uso as someone who can stand on his own 2 feet, away from his brother, away from Roman Reigns. And assuming that we are going to get Bloodline Civil War 2, consistent of the OG Bloodline against the Bloodline Wolfpack, then that would mean Jey Uso going from Raw to SmackDown, and Jey going right back to the Bloodline storyline. And you kind of see on Raw right now, the pieces are being put in place. You see Jey Uso, you see Sami Zayn save Jey Uso from a beatdown from the Judgment Day last week on Raw. And they tag team together. They beat the tag team champions last week, which tells me Jey and Sami are probably going to win the WWE World Tag Team titles on Raw. And if you look at what happened on SmackDown, where the Bloodline Wolfpack is the #1 contenders for the tag team titles against DIY, and I mean, look, I don't know what Triple H has plans for Survivor Series, but if they bring back brand versus brand, and you do the titles, champion versus champion stuff, there is a chance that we could see Jey and Sami very first interaction with this new Bloodline Wolfpack, led by Solo, secretly led by The Rock, being a brand battle at Survivor Series where it's Jey and Sami versus Tonga and Jacob Fatu in a champions versus champions match. And that's if they don't do the whole War Games thing with them at Survivor Series. But let's say that they don't do that, then you need to find a way for Jey to have a reason to go to SmackDown, right? Because Sami, it's an easy one. They took out Kevin Owens, so Sami Zayn already has a reason to go to SmackDown. When Roman Reigns goes to Sami Zayn and says, "Hey, I need your help," Sami Zayn can say, hey, look, they took out Kevin Owens. Hey, I'm going to join you and be there with you. But Jey Uso is kind of going, well, wait a minute. I'm kind of doing my own thing over here. Sorry, Jimmy. Sorry, Roman. Sorry, Sammy, but I'm kind of doing my own thing over here on Raw. I don't want to do it I don't want nothing to do with this. Y'all go do that. I'm going to focus on winning the World Heavyweight title. So, to me, all this great character work that they have done with Jey Uso over this past year, and I've said it before here on the channel, if you haven't been, I mean, look, TV is one thing, but if you haven't been to a live event during this time period of main event Jey Uso with his new theme song, and yeah, you can see it on TV. Everybody's yeeting. Everybody's yeeting at the shows. But when you're there in person, and you see that, and you see the entire crowd yeeting with Jey Uso, I mean, it is an absolute phenomenal environment. I mean, it's a club-like atmosphere. The fans they believe in Jey Uso. They love this new main event Jey Uso character. And I don't know if putting him back in the Bloodline storyline would be the right move. A one step forward, two steps back type of thing if you were to put Jey back into the Bloodline storyline. Now, I get what some of you might be saying. Well, if Sammy's reason is that they took out... If Sammy's reason for joining this Bloodline Civil War is because they took out Kevin Owens, then it makes sense that Jey joins in because they took out Jimmy. Well, here's the thing about that. We've never gotten a proper reunion between Jey and Jimmy. We've never gotten that proper kind of like scene, that moment of Jey forgiving Jimmy for everything he's done to him, for those times when Jimmy costs Jey Uso championships. Remember when Jey and Cody won the tag team titles? Who did the Bloodline send over to Raw to cost Cody and Jey the tag titles? Jimmy. Who was there when Jey Uso was about to beat Roman Reigns at SummerSlam last year? It was Jimmy. And when Jey Uso was almost the guy to beat Gunther and end Gunther's undefeated streak, or his historic Intercontinental Championship reign, who was there to prevent that? Jimmy. So why would Jey feel the need, just because Solo and the Bloodline beat him up, he's just going to feel sorry and go to SmackDown to go be with his brother again? Because you're undoing all this great character work that WWE has put into Jey Uso, into main event Jey Uso. And yes, even though we as fans know that this is coming. And yes, when Jimmy Uso got attacked by Solo, by Tonga, on SmackDown after Mania, the fans were already chanting yeet, wanting Jey to come out and save his brother. But again, what reason does Jey have? Here's how I would do it. Jey and Sammy are going for the tag titles on Raw. They're about to win. Judgment Day gets involved, and then causing DQ. It's a beat up, like 3-on-2 situation. Dominic, Finn, JD are all beating up Sammy and Jey. And then Jimmy comes out, makes the save, and then after they clear the ring, Jey and Sammy turn around and realize who helped them. They see Jimmy, and they don't know how to react. And Jimmy or Jey tells Sammy, hey, you know what, I'll take care of this. You go to the back, I'll take care of this. Sammy leaves. Jimmy goes, tries to hug his brother. Jey says, nope, Jey just kind of looks at him and walks away. Nothing. Then we go to SmackDown. Jimmy says he's out for revenge. He wants to take out Solo. But again, he's by himself. He's tried to call Jey all week to tell him to come to SmackDown. But Jey is not answering his phone. Then we get to Solo versus Jey or Jimmy on SmackDown. But it's not. But Jimmy doesn't get help from Jey. It's Sammy. Because Sammy, he's too nice of a guy. Plus, because of what they did to Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn wants to help out Jimmy anyway. So he wants revenge for Kevin Owens. So Sammy helps Jimmy out. Jey confronts Sammy about that on Raw. And then Sammy says, look, I get it. I get everything you two have been through. But I think you should help us out. And then, at this point, I'm assuming that Roman's already returned. And Roman's kind of just letting this all play out on his own. And then Roman has to come and step in and say, look, Jey, I know we've been through all this. We've been through a lot. But I'm asking for your help. No, actually, you know what? No, Roman stays away from all this. Roman's already returned, but he's kind of letting Sammy, Jey, and Jimmy figure this out for themselves. But we finally get a segment on SmackDown or on Raw, where Jimmy comes out and says, hey, you know what? Listen, Jey, I don't need a tag team partner. I need my brother. Go directly from the Cody Rhodes promo at AEW Double or Nothing 2019. When Cody Rhodes said to Dustin, I don't need a tag team partner. I need my brother. You have Jimmy cut that same exact promo. But Jey, again, he ignores him. He leaves the ring. And Jimmy, again, does not know how to feel. So he goes to SmackDown that week. Jimmy, by himself, says he's going to take on Solo, the whole bloodline by himself. And he gets beat down for it. Again, Roman Reigns even offers to help him out. He says, nope, look, I got to do this on my own. Jimmy comes out there. He's ready to fight him. The whole bloodline, he gets beat up. But then, that's when Jey Uso would finally save his brother. And he comes out and he helps Jimmy clear the ring. And then we finally get that wholesome reunion between the Usos. Because, to me, if you're just going to have Jey go back over there and erase all this great character work you've done, then what was the whole point of this last year? So, yes, even though we all expected as fans, were anticipating the Usos reunion, and yes, it's probably likely that the Bloodline Wolfpack is going to win the tag titles from DIY, and they're probably going to hold it until WrestleMania, where we'll get the reunited Usos against the Bloodline Wolfpack for the SmackDown, what do they call them on SmackDown? The World Tag Team titles. So, again, it's going to come. But I just wonder if Jey Uso would be better off going, you know what? I'm going to stick to Raw. I'm going to try to win the Rumble and beat whoever the World Heavyweight Champion is. And yeah, you could say that, the whole Bloodline Civil War, but they got like 1 million family members that Roman Reigns can choose from. I'm just saying. So, let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of Jey Uso potentially going back to be a part of the Bloodline Civil War 2? Do you think that he should stay on Raw and do his own thing? Comment below, and again, join me tomorrow night on here on this channel, as I will have my We Believe NXT live stream as SummerSlam week here at Ringside Cinema is officially underway.
Ringside Cinema, living out the dream. Ringside forever, bold. Wrestling never gets old.